You are listening to Have a Nice Day
with Roxanne Shante, featuring DJ Sil on LL Cool J.
The Bells Radio.
Okay, so if you're just now tuning in, I am sitting here talking to Lucy Walters, and we were talking about how she stays in such incredible shape. And she tells me, like, her diet, get this, people, because you know you're gonna love this: pizza and beer.
No, that is not fair. Those are my treats. Those are my cheats.
She said that is not fair. Next thing you know, people's gonna be showing up with pizza pies and quarts of beer.
I do love me some pizza and beer, but let me tell you what. After Joe and I would finish a sex scene, that would be our treat. We'd be like, oh, we earned this pizza.
Let me tell you,
and this
that's
beer.
Everybody's treat after a sex, and it don't even have to be a big movie. It can just be a home movie, and then you go get the pizza and beer.
Totally. Yeah. And also, if we're really going down the bad girl path, cheesecake is a real sin that I just adore.
See, and that's good, because you know what it is? You deserve that. You've done a lot of work. You know, when you're a person who hasn't appeared in over 45 movies, you know what I'm saying? You put in a lot of work. So if you want a slice of cheesecake shit, somebody go to Junior's and get this lady some cheesecake.
But that is not a daily thing, let me tell you. I wish.
Yeah, listen, don't mess with me, because you'll have a gut. You don't want that. You don't want that.
No.
Yeah, you don't want that. You know, so tell me, like, has there ever been a project that you were a little afraid of trying, but said, you know what, I'm going to give it my all, and then it turned out to be something that you love? Like, because, you know, sometimes certain things can come across our desk, or, you know, come into our hands, and we'll look at it and be like, oh no, I can't do this. And then you start thinking like, well, maybe I could do this. And
well, honestly, Power was not something that I thought was going to be in my wheelhouse. And it ended up being the best thing for me. I mean, it's just, I think you only grow on those projects that are a little bit risky. Yeah, I loved that. And then the project that I did after that was a sort of a similar premise. It was based on the film Get Shorty. And when I say similar premise, I just mean that it's about a guy who is is legit, but also doing some illegitimate stuff on the side.
Absolutely.
And, you know, that one was a little out of my comfort zone, just because mostly I'd done dramas, and that was much more of a comedy world. So, I think anytime you're pushing yourself, you're growing. That is the whole point.
Yeah, absolutely, it is. Now, how'd you start acting? Like, was it something that you always wanted to do, or did it start like in school, or?
Yeah, I think some of us are just born with that compulsion for needing attention, needing validation in these unhealthy ways. So we become performers. Honestly, I was a musician first. I was a violinist.
Okay.
And then from violinist, I was doing a lot of singing, and then from singing realized I did not love musical theater, but then I got into straight acting, and that was what felt like the right fit.
Well, that's good, because, we can't tell. I would have thought that, that's what you did straight from the gate. I would not have thought that maybe you decided to go from being a musician and then decided to go into acting. Because one of the things that you noticed is when it comes to learning lines, is that as difficult as it seems? Like, I'm asking all of the questions that everybody would like to know, because, we're not going to just go into, everything that you've done. Like, we really want to know. Like, is it difficult?
So, I know. I'm thinking about you, because I'm like, yeah, that's a thing, but the real skill is what you can do, which is to say to improv. You can just make shit up, which is to me like a way more impressive skill.
Thank you. See, but that's the catch. See, improv is for people who don't have no fucking memory.
Oh, that's
interesting. I make it different every time, because I can't remember shit.
See, and I totally disagree, because what you're doing is your brain is awake. Under pressure, you're able to think, use that brain, and like be creative on the spot. I feel like my creativity, I'm such I have to keep it quiet in my bedroom. That's where I feel safe. Like the fact that you're able to be that creative and spontaneous in front of people, and like that to me is
okay. People, so listen. She's saying that. In other words, she's saying, look, I need a raise, because obviously what I do is really, really great.
It's true. It's true.
But coming from a talent as yourself, thank you. I appreciate that.
But no, honestly, when the material, especially if the material is good writing, which thank God Power was excellent writing, and it's in your own voice, it's a cinch to memorize. What's hard is when you're trying to find somebody who's out of your natural speaking patterns. But if it's, honestly, if it's well written and you start to think the thoughts of those characters, then it comes. So I will say this, when you're on the set, when you have the job, that's the easy part. For me, what I struggle with is learning lines to actually get the part, because then you don't really have any time to prepare and you're trying to do all this creative work about who this person is. And so the lines you feel like you never have enough time for. But, when you actually have the job, then it's just fun. And so, yeah, lines are...
Well, that is good. Well, it's the Roxanne. Got Lucy up here partying with me. Y'all got to see how she's vibing to it, because she grooving, y'all. Because I start rhyming, she start rocking from side to side. She giving it the real hip-hop rock. That's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Let's do it.
Have a nice day with Roxanne Shante featuring DJ Silk on Rock
the Bells Radio.
Sitting here with Lucy Walters, and for some of you who may not know who she is, she was Holly on Power, Tommy's girlfriend. Now, which character would you say truly is the closest to who you are every day?
On that show?
Well, really, I would say, who are you more like? Who would you say is truly like you on a daily basis?
That is a hard question. Oh, man. I don't know. I guess in some ways, well, obviously, oh, man. I keep going and then changing my mind. Honestly, I think there's a little bit of Naturi's character in there. That's Ghost's wife, and then also honestly some of the Leela's characters. Some of that. I'm on both teams.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. So she got the good side and the bad side. See, she could cook for the kids and she could serve it up in the bedroom. See, that's what I'm talking about.
Or be a DA,
you know what I'm saying? She said, just be the DA. You know what I'm saying? I was thinking more about that scene with her and Ghost when they were like in that apartment in Astoria, and you could overlook the water. And so, I just didn't see her as a DA. I just seen her as getting
you only
the D.
remember her.
I didn't think about it.
That was good.
Okay, yeah, see, look at that. Yeah, quick minds think alike. See, the fellas in the room didn't catch that, but me and you did. And that's all that mattered, was me and you, as long as we caught it. Okay, so now I want to hit you with the question that is...
Strictly for the OGs, question of the day.
Okay, it is Saturday morning, and little Lucy got up. Tell me, what was your favorite Saturday morning cartoon?
Okay, I'm dating myself, but I loved, do you remember Josie and the Pussycats?
Yes!
And I love that. I love me some She-Ra, and I love me some Josie and the Pussycats.
Okay, so which one were you in Josie and the Pussycats? Were you Alexandra with the black hair who always started trouble? You couldn't be like Jughead or anybody like that, so we're going to eliminate all of them. So, or were you Josie?
My memory is failing me. I do not remember the particulars. I just remember thinking that it was badass that they were these women
with these nice little leopard outfits.
Jem. Do you remember Jem and the Misfits?
Yes, I do.
Oh, I was also a big fan of that. I think the idea of being a rock star was very appealing to me as a kid.
See, there you go. That was her show. Look at that. Josie and the Pussycats with long tails and ears of hats.
Ooh.
The guitars and sharp gazettes. Neat,
Josie.
sweet.
No, I jumped the gun.
Look at us. I was getting ready to go into the breakdown part, like neat, sweet, a groovy song. Everybody sing along. Now you hit the rest.
Your memory is unbelievable.
Oh, thank you. So you can end it with our last part. So it was Josie and the
Pussycats.
There you go. Please believe it, baby. You know what, sweetie? Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you.
And let me tell you, any projects that you have, anything that you are doing, know that we on this show go from Hollis all the way to Hollywood with you. So just let us know. The door is always open. Thank you so much for coming
You're
in.
so wonderful. Thank you.
It's Roxanne Shante featuring
DJ Silk.
Please believe it, baby. Let's do it.